Why, hello there, fellow farmers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus Elysium. Episode 15, Building a Greenhouse and a Beehive. If you guys spot a raptor with a juvenile, call out to me, because that's what I'm really after. I am the slayer of the fauna. I don't know of any other deep nodes around me, because I've only been into one cave in the desert so far. So I'm going to have to do some survey, but survey is... I work on that, as you are well aware. So survey would divert my attention away from greenhouse yield. Where was that mow? Over here? Are we punching the bones? Oh my god. Okay. More sap. Turn the sticks I just chopped up into even more twigs into sap. Because I don't have like a oven right now, all of my food, I'm not like processing anything. Keeping it simple. $85 epoxy? Yeah, there's no way I would be able to source an amount that great. Even more, actually, because that only uses 170 out of the 247 sulfur. But yeah, that was definitely faster than trying to, like, hunt for it. Yeah, basically just made 100 epoxy. All right, that should help with the greenhouse. And every additional piece of glass added to the greenhouse increases its bonus up to a point, which we are not at yet. So all of this is good stuff. And I'll show you that bonus in a second. Yep. So here we go. Growth speed. As I add more glass, the growth speed goes up. And then once it's fully covered rather, it will also stop the biome penalties from being an issue. So here's some of the new curve sections. And now, my initial 4 or 8 plots are covered... Yeah, it clips through, I don't care. It's covered from sand, if we got a sandstorm. You can kind of see the design here. It's going to be one big dome overlooking my oil operation. So, I thought that out a bit. Alright, looks like I am out of glass. That is my bottleneck. Cool. Let's get some more glass. Now you could, as I mentioned, shovel for it. I do not think that this is like... It's an infinite source. But it takes a heck of a lot of shoveling, and you will continually break your shovel over and over and over again just to get a little bit of glass. So it's like super not the way I like to grab it. It's like the 56 sand I got with that entire stamina bar nets me 5 glass, which is like... a fifth of a piece of things that I want to make. And I'd rather go out here and be like mining stuff and shooting things. I guess I'm a cowboy. Whatever. Shoveling simulator peak content? Actually, I would more be like pit content. Bottom of the barrel content. Yeah, silicon hunting is a lot easier to do too. That, and if you get a thumper in the area, they can regenerate to other useful things. Like, I wouldn't mind thumping... If silica turned into, let's say, oxide, good. If it turned into sulfur, good. Right? Like, it can become other things. So it has that benefit, too. What's a thumper? A thumper regenerates the voxels around you within, like, a 150-meter radius. So it will put all the stone and ore back. At a bit of a combat cost. Oh, is that a juvenile? No. I thought that was a raptor with a juvenile, but it's like a zebra following a raptor. Moa. Oh well. Because, yeah, if I do find a juvenile raptor, I will drop what I'm doing to start taming one. No questions asked. I don't want to go on a wild goose chase to try to find a juvenile raptor right now. Because there's, like, probably better ways to spend my time. Now, I know that putting the silicon in the electric furnace, I don't generate a whole lot of power. And letting that run too long will end up draining my batteries dry and then turning off my creature deterrent. So there is a bit of a threat of overuse of power. After I harvest, I'm pulling the crops because what I intend to do now is plant all coconuts, fresh coconuts that have higher yield. Basically, there's like crop fatigue. So if you keep harvesting the same plants over and over and over, they will yield less and less and less over time. So 8 new seeds of all coconuts. And now we have 150 new wood to play with. Good. Well, let's see how we're doing. So I need wall. And I'm also using up a lot of the steel that I have, but I am smelting steel blooms over here once we get down there, and then I have a little bit of steel in the other furnace as well. So I don't think we'll run out of steel. We have a lot of epoxy here as well. Perfect. So at this point, we have about a little over half of a greenhouse to the maximum bonus. And then all these plots are plumbed. The only thing they're missing is the finished greenhouse and then the beehive skeps. So we need curve and curve. That's next. I think what I'm going to do is throw a little bit more silicon in the furnace and then head over to Eden to sell my exotics and to buy a beekeeping jump starter kit. Because instead of like waiting around for the glass to smelt, which is not all that entertaining. Oh god. Y'all just got John Wicked so hard. 4 shots, 4 kills. Is it worth making another windmill before the oil age? Oh, I'm gonna need like 6 more windmills before the oil age. Keeping pump jacks running to pump oil out of the oil wells require a lot of power. A lot of power. So, I guess the answer is yes? There was a raptor over here. Let's see if it will attack me or not. Oh, 1,000 silica. It's hard to tell what animal... Okay, I really do not want a sandhorn behind the raptor. You're dead. Because if I missed and hit the sandhorn, that would be way messy. Sandhorns, these things are friendly, or like non-hostile, but they're super freaking hard to kill. So you don't want to piss them off. If you can help it. I'm mostly just standing here to see if there was a juvenile, oh, Jesus. Everything wants to kill me. Got it. Oh. No, piss off. More soft meat. Good. Let's see if I get bird meat. Or... nope. Alright, I want to get back on track of what I was originally doing, so I'm gonna stop hunting. And, actually, I'll pick up that meat. Oh, stringy. I did need more stringy. Guess that's good. And these guys have gamey meat. Oh, and they gave it to me. Alright, good enough. I'm not going to take the bones. I don't see any juvenile raptors around. It's very possible that I'll find one on my way over to Eden. Hence another reason to go over to Eden. Because it increases my odds. Alright. Is this on? So we can tell it's on. It's just, is there orange around it? Because if it's off, there isn't orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull all the silica ore out of the electric furnace, because I don't want the electric furnace using up the remainder of my power. And put everything away. So now, while the glass smelts, I am going to run over to Eden. The current priority is build a greenhouse and Beehive. And before I walk away from here, incorporate all the... Oh, actually, we have smelted a lot of glass. Way more than I thought we would. So I needed a wall. And then 2 of those. No, I didn't need a wall. Well, I'll put the wall here. Could use it. Anyway. Okay, we are close to being done. It's nice. We are missing epoxy for the remainder. Got it. And now the bottleneck is glass again. But we're getting pretty close to being finished. You can see how this is shaping up. Right? And I'm definitely taking advantage of the new shapes. So, you know, some aesthetics. Before we leave, let's go ahead and repair some tools. so that I don't have any, like, tool malfunctions. I'll even repair my handgun. Alright, so now I am headed over to Eden on foot. And then while I'm heading over to Eden on foot, if there's an opportunity to get a Raptor juvenile, I'll take it. I'm heading over to Eden on foot because I want to buy the Beehive starter kit, because it's kind of hard to find a lot of honeycomb here in the desert. Like, it's possible if I go into enough caves, but I'd rather not leave it up to chance. And on top of that, I have like an enormous amount of exotics to sell, so like I figure just do both. Okay, Tribos. It's fine. That's not a question by Gendra. That's like a I don't know what you're asking, but no, I don't plan on building one of those. There are other electric sources, but none of them are going to be convenient for me to get at the moment. The convenient ones, so the electric sources in the game would be, well, there's new ones now. There's nuclear generator. But traditionally there's wind, there's water, which there is no running water here in the desert, so water is not an option, obviously. Wind, water, and solar has the highest cost by far, and it only works, you know, during the day. Which is why I generally don't go solar, because it's expensive and works for like only 3/4 of the day. The day-night cycle, the days are a little bit longer. There is also the new oil generator. But I can't get that until I'm actually using oil, which I'm not yet. And then there's the nuclear generator, which I can't get until I have nuclear power, which, you know, I'm way... That's like end game. So, for the moment, wind is where it's at. Alright, solar point. I'm going to put this into firearm damage, and then talent points. I'm going to go back to the genetics tree and to increase bloodline mutation chance during fertilization and max it out. Because what I'm really hoping to do is to start breeding raptors for specific genetics to try to get, like, super strong raptors. Yes, solar is the only traditional power source that doesn't require periodic maintenance. The water mills require you to pull gunk out of them, and then the wind turbines require you to repair it after it takes storm damage. But you only really have to maintain it maybe like once every 2 hours or 3 hours. So in the scope of things, the amount of maintenance it requires is virtually none. Unless you're like completely opposed to lifting a finger ever. I mean, it's really just not a lot of effort. I am surprised I haven't seen a single juvenile raptor yet. Are there batteries? Yes. I already have batteries in my base. In order to make solar work... Well, so the reason I'm not going solar is a single solar panel is like maybe 3 or 4 times the cost of a wind turbine, and it generates just about the same amount of power. It just doesn't require maintenance. So I'm not going solar because also solar would require me to have an array of batteries. So solar is maintenance free, but also like, you know, 5-6 times the cost of wind. The reason to do something like solar is if you were on a multiplayer server and you weren't logging in regularly. That way your base wouldn't require maintenance when you were offline. Like that in my opinion would be the real reason to go the solar route over the over an alternative source. Okay, you found a raptor in chat. Well, that's nice. I'm looking for a dune raptor juvenile. Still. But we're almost at Eden, and then we'll get the Beehive starter. And the Beehive starter kit is actually a new thing. And it's really nice because in my situation, it would be annoying. Like, maybe there's like a lot of honey in there. Who knows? You know, I don't want to go into every cave and I don't want to have to mine in there. But this is like a one-stop shop, which makes it a lot easier. The most gentle part of the desert biome is right around here, around Eden. So if you want to settle in Eden, but you're not like, you know, if you're not great at combat, here's a pretty safe place to settle because it has like water. You're right next to like an NPC town for like free shelter. Of course, you're nowhere near the oil flats. For reference, oil's here and oil's about here. Those are the two oil areas for the desert. So you wouldn't be close to oil. But if you were really industrious, you could run a giant cable and a giant oil pipeline to have a base anywhere and technically be able to import oil. Alright, so what we're doing right now is requesting a pod. And then for equipment, we have 375 Ren, 95 exotics, and we're going to the... where is it? Is it farming? Yeah, here it is. It's research. Craft. So we have the Beehive starter kit. And then as soon as that blasts off, I'll request the kit, and we'll be all set. That's what a trap jaw looks like, if you were wondering. It's like an armored, crocodile, and it hits real hard. It's a real menace. While I'm here, before I request that, is there anything else I want? That's a fine question. I have the survival backpack already. There's new backpacks, like the solar-powered backpack, which requires uranium rods. That's the new exported material, uranium rods from refined uranium. I think for now, I'm good. I'm sure there's stuff that I could benefit from in terms of... Oh, actually, I have an empty auxiliary slot. Workshop, envirosuits. I'm gonna get the... I'd like to get the Hark. So I'm gonna get the Duo, and then sell 101 exotics to unlock the Hark, and to craft a Hark. And then in modules, I will grab the movement. I'll grab 2 movements, even though there's diminishing returns. Good choices. Okay. Request everything. And here it comes. Okay. I like my retinas unburnt. Switch suits. Put in both speed. So 15% more speed. And then I'll just ship my old suit back up to space because I'm not using it. Whatever. Alright. Beehive starter kit. Gives me 2 queens, 5 workers, and 25 honeycomb. Perfect! What's my current movement speed? It is... 550. Oh, not bad. Anything with 5s is pretty high. Obviously, I could get it higher, but 550 is, like, not shabby at all. Alright, time to head home. And of course, if there is a juvenile raptor, do some fratricide or matricide, and then a little bit of kidnapping, and we'll have ourselves a raptor pup. What are we going to call a baby raptor? What is its, like, infant name? Whatever it would be. Piss off. Wow, I didn't use either of those bullets. That's great. Ooh, a power bank. Nice. Power banks are used to make, like, lithium tools later on. Power bank is like a 1% drop chance rate. Making your own power banks from scratch is not too expensive, but, like, getting a freebie is kind of nice. It also allows you to transfer power from a power bank to, like, a flashlight. Oh, it's a baby Draven. If I wanted a Draven pup. I don't intend to tame the Dravens. Dravens are, like, incredibly good bulk haulers. More so than, oh, crap. More so than Tuskers, I would say. But Tuskers have the benefit of, like, plant carts and the like, whereas Draven do not. But I don't really... I'm not planning on taming Dravens because, like, I don't need to move, like, 60 slots worth of bulk goods ever, so I won't be going down that path. Well, bye-bye, son. I'll see you. Oh, ho, ho, here we go. Guard tower. Time to do some murder. Or technically self-defense. Oh. Piss off. Yeah, you can call in reinforcements. They're not gonna help you, pals. So, the TPS, the People's Syndicate, are like hostile NPCs. And, they make for good... Quit shooting at me. They make for good target practice. But they are going to call in reinforcements, so I have, like, a whole bunch of drones trying to kill me. Stop it! I can't see anything, stupid sand! Well, I'll take your bandages. I don't want your gruel. I'll take your ammo casings. Don't want your gruel. Take your gunpowder. Don't want your gruel. I'll take your beer. And your bullets. Well, this is awkward. Okay, that works. Where are the other drones I downed? You know, I might just be like, yeah, let's not worry about their resources. Because, there ain't no way I'm gonna find them easy. Hey, Onyx, thank you for the resub. Luckily, this is like a pretty tame storm. It's a green storm, so not too worried about it harming me. I should be just fine. Ooh, 2 types of meat on you. Nice. So we're heading back home with the Beehive kit. Oh, not a trap jaw. I could kill it, but like... It's not fun, especially not in a storm. Because animals don't suffer storm exposure. I do. So storm exposure means, like, everything takes more stamina, I move slower. It puts me at a huge disadvantage if I'm, like, fighting stuff. Well, my hopes of finding a juvenile raptor on my way back... You know what? I haven't killed a zebra yet. There we go. First zebra. Sorry, Zebes. With that said, I haven't killed a trapjaw or a sandhorn, but, like, I'm not planning on that for right now. Just because they're annoying. Hi, bud. Okay. Ramps up here. What's running from me? It's weird. I was like nowhere near it. You can see why you would not want to come into the desert unarmed. Like why I waited until I had a advanced pistol to do this. Because every, I don't know, few minutes I'm having to like kill flying drones or like angry animals. You'd be at such a disadvantage if you didn't have a firearm in this area. It'd be really very difficult to play. I mean, like, it's doable, but not in a fun way. Because you would spend almost all your time trying to deal with creatures encroaching on your base, and like 0% of your time actually getting resources or making progress. Do you know, do the towers infinitely spawn drones? Yes, you can farm them. They will always, drones are no different as far as the game's concerned than like wild animal spawns. Each part of the map has like a certain % chance that an animal's just a drone. So think of drones as wild animals. Oddly. Okay, beehives. Do I even have the tech for this? Let's see. I think I picked it up. Yes, I do. So beehive, we need 25 copper nails and a little refined wood. Do I have 1, 2... So I have soft meat, or white meat, that's going to replace my cooked meat as the new prime meat, or the new stomach slot. So I have all prime meat diet now. Gross. The reason I grabbed the truffles is I wasn't sure if I had truffle seeds, and I don't. Good. So I'm getting truffle seeds. Truffles are very, very important. Mini spoiler, truffles help make radiation sickness therapy stuff. So like, you're gonna need truffles absolutely. So having truffle seeds is, you know, kind of nice. All right, so we got the nails done. I think I already have the fine wood. I do indeed. So we're gonna get a beehive, skip, and then I might just put it here for now, because I'm not really using the rest of this room for convenience. I don't really see a reason why not. I just plop it here. Good enough. So put the queen... Oh, I don't have a queen breeding center, so put the workers in, and we're done. And now, the yield is going to be boosted by having those bees... Like, it's already boosted. I'm already benefiting from it, so that's really, really sweet. So now if I go to... Oh, you know, before I cut that down, let's get an attachment for my sickle, too. So I'm going to get the reaping attachment. So that's 2 steel, 10 refined wood. And then the advanced version is 4 platinum and 4 epoxy. Platinum and... I don't think I have any epoxy on me. Yeah, here we go. And this is just so that... Yes, I know it's an iron sickle, and it could be a lot better. But should be pretty sweet for an initial reaping. Because the last time I harvested my trees, I got, what, just shy of 200 wood? Something like that. So we'll see what this is like now. Yeah, iron's fine until you can get titanium. I agree. I agree. Alright, so we have the better sickle, and we have the bees. Well, I already have 250 wood, so we just blew our record out of the water. I have 500 wood. Yeah. I think we solved that shortage. As was entirely by design. So yeah, we are rocking wood now. Let's finish up the greenhouse, and then we'll be able to move on to other tasks. So these are the last three. Yep, the last three walls of the greenhouse is already done. The next question I have for you guys is what to do next. Find a juvenile raptor, or should I push towards a new manufactory? Build a manufactory. Now that the greenhouse is pretty finished. Ta-da! I'm also going to make some little changes here. To open up the base a bit. I'm out of wood, probably? Yeah, that's not a problem. Oh no, maybe I'm out of stone. Also not a problem. Okay. You wanted some aesthetics. I will do my best to make this a little prettier. I'm not going to say it's going to be pretty, just a little prettier. So we're going to plug the holes there. And then build a half wall here. There. Greenhouse. I think it looks nice. I incorporated it into the base. It's not open to the it's not open to the outside, and it's functional. Good enough. Good enough. And it will also add like a considerable amount of ambient light, which is another benefit. Okay, you guys seem to want me to go for a raptor. Now, it's not just a raptor I want, to be fair. I would also like a hyena too. So, let's do both. So over in the ranching, I'm going to get snare and baits. I'm also going to get a specialized raptor saddle. And that's all I really need right now. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus Elysium, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow prospectors.